Witness. Eh? What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. Go. You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Say that, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Excuse me? I'm not in here. Never mind. Damn it!
Well, she's older than Edgeworth.
They can't even say age deceased this time. Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer.
Supposedly.
Detective.
Yes, ma'am.
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
Okay.
What?
Well, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
No.
It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus the special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we, didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. There was no junk in that trunk.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
I'm Pirate Gumshoe again.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for, is this one, perchance?
That's not white.
That's blue.
Ah!
Where'd you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. The nutshot, sir, has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white, as per the caller requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Now, if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself...
Hang on, I must look at the scarf. Worn by the victim at the time of the incident found at Dusky Bridge.
Is that a gunshot through it?
It looks like it.
Okay. I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye?
Boy, would I like to wrap this Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck.
Oh, so I bet those boobs are fake.
Oh, you're fucking dead now.
Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business. The prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there with this convenient videotape.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Everything is moving at his whim.
Don't forget Kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh? The events on Dusky Bridge.
I wonder if this is like Edgeworth's first loss. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows her wearing the scarf, sir. We don't know who the fuck that is.
Wait, accidentally taken by the witness? How do you accidentally take a photo?
I don't know. Well, I mean, that part's easy. You drop it or you, like...
No, Rhino, here's the thing. You don't take a picture by dropping your camera. The only possible way that could work is if it fell in such a way that it landed on the shutter button, which, on almost every camera ever, is positioned in such a way that it would not be able to be pressed by falling onto the ground because it's slightly indented.
Well, I don't freaking know then. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. I mean, it's pretty damn clear to me. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Why would you shove and then stab?
Probably have to present the photo on that because he's clearly not behind her.
Yeah. Also, he's holding his frickin' ball. That must have been when the scarf fell off.
Well, he had just escaped. Looking at this photo. You really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. Do you?
It's about a 40 feet drop from the bridge down to the Eagle River below.
Mr. Edgeworth, why are you eating in the middle of my courtroom?
I mean, this takes forever, you know.
Who took this photo anyway?
Oh, it was the convenient police bird again. Caw-caw! Click. Let's just say it was a well-intentioned third party. It was the car!
Aha!
Dun dun dun!
A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom?
Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is it's Dahlia.
Yeah.
Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel her to testify. The power of goodness compels you to not be a bitch.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Don't you think? Finger? Yes, I do! See, my finger agrees.
Aha, the truth is becoming clear to me now.
Yes, the finger did it.
Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. Not again, it's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Alright. I'm gonna just try immediately the thing that came to mind.
Oh, and how the hell would he push her down and stab her in the back when they're facing each other?
Yeah, you know what? Real quick though, I'm gonna press this in hopes that she says, "How do you accidentally take a picture?" The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So about the witness who took this photo, what was this person doing on the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently.
Oh, she took a picture of something and they were in the background.
There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Vey. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there.
Spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo, this cloudy fog-like thing, is it a ghost? I don't believe it.
No, Your Honor. No, I don't think it's a ghost. I, Gumshoe, think you are wrong.
Alright, let's give this a shot now. Hey, guess what didn't work? Alright, time to press everything.
Oh, we're back to that?
Well, I ran with the theory that I thought of. It didn't work, so I'm going to press everything until a new theory comes up. Who is this eyewitness?
She's a college student.
Dahlia.
Dahlia.
A female college student?
Those are unheard of.
Those don't exist.
Oh, right. He says these things. That's right, meaning she's female and a college student. Dun dun dun. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Also because I always testify being the detective.
Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her.
For the time being, we're not relying on witnesses' statements, that is all.
What is that supposed to mean?
Prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. I don't deal with mythical creatures.
A female college student, eh?
Oh. It means she's female and a college student. Ha ha ha. If you absolutely must hear a testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. How do you accidentally take a photo? I don't know.
Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. Drizzling, huh?
That's right, there was a light rain coming down. Whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Ha, 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 ha. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case. Goddamn, won't even let me get a bite in. This is the point that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped... There we go. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something.
Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and... there we go. And she fell right on her stomach.
I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
What?
Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once?
What is brutal?
With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian.
Oh, well, shit. There we go. Canadian judge. Imagine that. Save your nasty look for the right person.
Huh?
Take a look. Poor baby. Court record seems to have wet itself.
Hey! Watch where you spill your coffee. Court record, huh? I tried that, though. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, it's correct. Huh.
Here's a question. Again, why was the scarf muddy if all this happened on the bridge?
I don't know.
I mean, I still think it's like how they say how he shoved her.
Yeah, I know, but I tried that. It didn't work. Unless I'm supposed to... I'm gonna try it again. Just in case I presented the wrong thing before. No, still doesn't work. So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh?
Yeah, that's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am.
The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too. Which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but...
No, it doesn't.
There's some... People walk on the bridge, Rhino. Mud gets there.
It's a broken bridge.
They were on the bridge.
It's a broken bridge.
Oh, dirt gets blown onto it, okay? Look, I don't care what you say. If it's raining, you're gonna find mud in decent quantities wherever you look. As long as you're outside. There's something about this testimony that's so bothering me.
Talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo.
So what do I do?
You really still believe in him? Mr. Crybaby, I mean.
Of course I do.
So the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. What you believe is the truth. And that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Okay, so obviously the photo is the key here. It shows her wearing the scarf, sir. Maybe it's that one where you just say, like, we have no idea who the fuck that is. I'm kind of shooting whatever I can think of here. Maybe we ask where the hat is?
Maybe. No. Also, I loaded the same slot twice. No. Here's the thing. There is... I know what I'm supposed to be saying, because they're very clearly hinting that it's supposed to be on this area. It was not the autopsy portal, so now I gotta go back over there. Like, we're very clearly supposed to use something from the court record.
Wait. Okay, where's the sky view? Because I just thought of something. Because didn't the last time we did this, they say there was the victim and the defendant, and they had the victim on the broken side.
It didn't work.
Correct me if I'm wrong on that, right?
Maybe? I don't know.
The victim was toward the broken side, which meant that she met him there.
I mean, she did.
Like, she got there first.
No. What?
Because if she was toward the broken side, then she would have had to enter it on the bridge first, and he came after.
Okay, which explains how the photo became what it is. Okay, Rhino, the contradiction is that the photo shows them facing each other, and she's on the broken side. Whereas it should be that he's on the broken side, because then she turns away and he pushes her down. She wouldn't turn away from him if she's on the broken side.
Yeah, she would have to go past him. Have we tried presenting that photo at, like, every opportunity?
No, because this is where we're supposed to be presenting stuff. Diego was basically like, look at that, the court record. The court record is here. And he's like, the court record, huh? On this spot. You cannot tell me that doesn't mean present something here. I'm going to present everything because the only logical course is to present this photo, but they're not allowing that. So, well, you already tried that. Huh? So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and the fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
It's dry.
Okay, I don't care what you say. Nobody is gonna fucking think of that as their first problem with this.
I didn't think of that either.
They're gonna think it's the fact that they were facing each other.
Maybe that comes up later.
Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day? Okay. Do I just point at the ground?
I guess.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, this is probably wrong.
Seems to me that Miss Fay could use a trunk herself.
What?
One that she could hide all her bitter memories from this trial in, that is.
Ho, 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 ho. You truly are a genius. A genius of sarcasm and wordplay.
Thank you.
Oops. I was gonna really put my foot in my mouth that time.
Maybe like the floor of the trunk? Okay, so what in here contradicts that it wasn't raining?
Her boobs? Right here! The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
How can you tell if in a photo like that if it was wet or not?
It's probably gonna be something like that's not a raincoat or something.
Oh.
That's exactly what's strange. Okay, this case has started off terribly because they are going to some stupid logical jumps and just ignoring what one would actually point out. Like, this case is starting off really stupidly. Remember the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud.
Okay, that's a fair point.
That's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard must be foul.
What is a playoff beard?
It's a hockey joke.
Ah. He has a lot of Canadian references I don't get. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, if I wasn't here, you wouldn't be playing the game.
I do admit the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. Hey, it's the argument we had.
Except it does. Because
if Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, his glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy.
Fortunately, I've yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Then why is the fucking scarf muddy? Can you prove the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
The surface of the bridge, huh?
A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Neither would a real woman.
You ever thought about cutting your bangs, Mia?
Of course I can.
Huh?
Here is the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. Scarf.
Scarf.
The evidence is this scarf.
Dun dun dun.
Eh? It should be obvious.
There was also an H in that statement.
If the scarf fell on... Oh yeah, if we had the wrong voice. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
Yeah. No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo.
You're a novice too. Hey, same to you, buddy. Especially the bimbo part. Ms. Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Damn it, Godot slipping in. For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at the explanation in this case may be, shall we? There we go. The smooth smugness just sliding off.
It's not like he's really giving me a choice here.
Doing pretty good for a little kitten.
Mr. Armando.
No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim.
Can I point out, it might just be because she's far away, or we know it's Dahlia, probably, who took the photo, but in that picture, she has black hair, in the trunk, she doesn't.
No, she has black hair. Just straight up, the woman has black hair.
That does not look black to me, Rhino.
Look at her victim profile.
Okay, Rhino, I know. Look at this girl, who I'm not necessarily saying is Valerie. I'm sorry, just continuing to go along with the theory I proposed earlier, that Valerie's still alive and she put a fake. Anyway, showing the defendant and the victim.
With the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? You got this all figured out already. The false evidence. It's one of those three.
How about all those three? What you just said just now, I'm not sure I like that.
I don't care.
It wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
Thank you.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into the court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is.
Yeah. False evidence in this case is the...
Okay,
Alright, because I... hang on. But we haven't even heard the witness's testimony yet. Actually, no, I guess Gumshoe is saying the testimony, so... I'm gonna go with body in the trunk. And I'll reset if this is false, just because this is the theory I was already going with. If the victim really did try to repel her killer, and if she did fall down on the bridge, then you would expect her coat to be dirty. Therefore, the body that was found in the trunk of the car, it was not the body of Valerie Hawthorne. Ooh, what do you have to say to that, Mr. Edgeworth?
Objection.
That's only a whisper, but he mixed in a sigh, too.
Valerie Hawthorne was more than a simple meter maid. She was a sergeant. There's absolutely no chance that a mistake about her identity could be made.
Yeah, I guess he's right.
Cool stuff.
From this point on, Miss Faye, I will penalize you for making unsubstantiated accusations. Don't do it, Mia. Don't cry until you get home. In any case. Oh, okay, so that was incorrect. But we did get a bit of information from that. Alright. I guess it'd be the testimony then, because the photo...
I think it's the photo.
The photo doesn't seem false to me. I feel like the photo doesn't so much seem false as it seems misattributed because of the testimony.
Fair enough.
I honestly believe that the two of them met. I just don't believe he killed her. I'm pretty sure it was like they met. I don't know why he wanted to meet her, but he did. And I don't know. Someone else.
Dahlia.
So like Dahlia was there because like they're sisters because they're last name or related somehow. Maybe she's her daughter or something, but I'm just assuming sister for some reason. Point being, she was there, took a picture, and
I can agree then. Go ahead and try testimony.
yeah. It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
Phew. That testimony is bullshit. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true.
It's not just true, it's the truth. There was truly a decisive witness in this case. I'm certain that boy wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
I just kind of knew a sigh was coming up there. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth.
Not a brutal moose?
Your Honor, the prosecution has no intent of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? Whoosh! Boom, boom.